Movies based on a true story is nothing new, and there's been a lot of good movies based on a true story recently. Last year alone, for example, Peter Berg made two excellent movies based on real-life tragedies, Patriots Day and Deepwater Horizon. And there's also been some terrible ones.
Oh, that burns!
But there's still plenty of true stories out there that I like to see turned into great films. Number 1, 10-Cent Beer Night. This story is about the infamous event during a baseball game between the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians on June 4th, 1974. Things weren't really going great for Cleveland at that time. The city was so polluted that rivers caught fire. A lot of factories got shut down, and eventually the city filed for bankruptcy. And with the rivalry between the two teams, there was a lot of brewing tension. For some reason, the organization decided on a promotion during the game by offering really cheap beer. 10 cents per beer with a limit of 6 beers per purchase. Not per person, per purchase. This led to a full-blown riot in the stadium and on the field. 25,000 people were getting stupid drunk. Basically the worst case scenario. People were beating on war drums, lighting up firecrackers, it was hot and humid, fights were breaking out, and the players on the field were getting bombarded with beer, rocks, and batteries. This could be a movie like The Big Short, with an all-star cast, different perspectives from people in the stands, the baseball players, the coaches, and the organization who were trying to solve an unsolvable problem. Number 2, Winchester Mansion. We've already had a couple of great horror flicks from director James Wan, who based The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2 on true events. The story of Winchester Mansion is about Sarah Winchester, the widow of William Worth Winchester, the developer of the Winchester repeater rifle, also known as the gun that won the West. Supposedly, she was convinced her family was cursed. The rifle was pretty popular in the 19th century and had claimed many lives. To confuse the ghosts of all the people who had died at the hands of this rifle, she used her fortune to build a house that didn't make any sense. Doors opened into walls, stairs went nowhere, the entire structure of the house was weird and off-putting. It is still a popular tourist attraction to this day. Maybe this could be another cool horror story that James Wan could direct. Number 3, Nikola Tesla. There's been a couple of stories and documentaries about the inventor of alternating current, but we've never seen a huge Hollywood production based on his life. Besides exploring his intellect and his falling out with Thomas Edison, the movie could also take a closer look at the weirdo that was Nikola Tesla. For example, he was obsessed with the number 3. Absolutely hated pearls, and supposedly fell deeply in love with a pigeon. I like to see an interesting biopic about this mad scientist. I can kinda see Joaquin Phoenix playing him. I don't know why. Number 4, whale explosion. Because nobody really got hurt, this could be a quirky, funny story about the town of Florence, Oregon that had to deal with a 45-foot carcass of a beached sperm whale that washed ashore in 1975. It had been many years since the townspeople had to deal with disposing of a rotting corpse of this size, and they forgot how to go about things. So, they decided to blow it up with dynamite. There's actual footage of a news team that reported on the event. It's really funny. I'd like to see some good comedic actors in this movie. How this insane plan came to be, and maybe somebody who's trying to stop them from using dynamite. Number 5, Roy Sullivan. We've already got a movie about a Sully last year, but this one was nicknamed the Human Lightning Rod. The park ranger who lived from 1912 to 1983 got hit by lightning 7 times over a span of 35 years. Think about how unlucky you have to be to get hit that often. This is another movie where you know what's going to happen, but you still want to see it, and it could be a real character piece about what might be the unluckiest guy in the world. So these are just a few that I've come up with. Let me know what you think. Who would you cast for these movies and who could direct them? With so many movies based on true events coming out, who knows? They might even get made. See you next time.